Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie, and on this channel I share my family's financial stresses and successes on our journey to be debt-free. I have a family of 5. My husband and I both work full-time, and we're currently on a journey to pay off over $70,000 in credit card debt. So if you enjoy monthly budgets, paycheck budgets, weekly check-ins, and debt updates, make sure you hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. So speaking of my $70,000 worth of credit card debt, I've had a few people comment, wondering how we got into $70,000 worth of credit card debt. So I thought I would go ahead and do an overview. I feel like I talked about it maybe like 6 months ago, how we got into so much credit card debt. But for anyone that's new, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know how we got into so much credit card debt. So in May of 2022, my husband and I moved to some land. We bought some raw land. When we sold our house in the city, we moved to the country. We paid cash for our land, so we own the land that we have. We purchased a manufactured home to put on the land, but the land wasn't clear, so we had to pay to have the land cleared. We had the home put on, and we moved in May 2022. So when we got here, it was just the house and the dirt. So some things that we felt like we needed that we obviously didn't have the money to pay for. We bought a fence. We got a fence around our property. That was $16,000. We got a carport and a garage, like together. It's garage on the backside and like a large carport in the front. That was $15,000. We got a water softener because we have well water, so that was like $7,000 or $8,000. We got a mower. We do have 2 acres of land, so we got a 0-turn mower. That was $4,000. I'm trying to think, that right there is $42,000. So I'm sure there's plenty that I'm forgetting, about $28,000 worth of stuff. It's just hard to remember because it was so long ago. We did have a couple of loads of gravel dropped for a driveway. We had that skid steer that we sold like a few months ago. We sold a skid steer. We bought that skid steer for like $15,000. Duke, can you calm down, please? Sorry, my dog's trying to get out of his kennel. We also bought some like furniture when we moved here, like a new dining table, electric fireplace, things to furnish the house with. But essentially, all the debt that we have on our credit cards is from us buying things for our home, either like clearing land, laying gravel, fencing, carport, water softener, a little shed to go over our water softener and well pump, the skid steer. None of it is like overspending. Of course, that was overspending, but none of it was like daily overspending on buying things on Amazon. So the credit card debt that we have, came attached to like us getting this house. So once we finished, buying the essential things that we felt like we needed to be living here, then we stopped using the credit card, and now we are trying to pay off the money that we spent on the credit cards getting those things. So we are currently in the process of getting a refinance on our mortgage. So even though interest rates are pretty high, the mortgage for us on our property was already 8%. We didn't put our land into our mortgage when we bought our house because my husband was just afraid if something was to ever happen and we couldn't make our mortgage payment, at least we would still have our land if they came and took this manufactured home away. So that attributed to us having a higher interest rate on our mortgage because the rates for manufactured homes just aren't as good as the rates for a stick-built house. So we already had an 8% interest rate. So we're refinancing our interest rate is still going to be 8%, but we're trying to pull some equity out of our house to help us get rid of this debt so that we can, just be done with it. It would have been nice if we got a larger loan up front to be able to pay cash for the things that we bought. But I don't know, maybe we just didn't think about it until we got here and it was too late to do that. What's done is done, and now we're just working on trying to get out of it. So now that I've said all of that, let's go ahead and get into the numbers. Bring my little cheat sheet over here so I can see what I have to say. A little coffee. Okay, so this Chase card, this is our debt snowball card. I messed around and made 2 payments on this month. I didn't anticipate making 2 payments, but I thought I turned off our auto pay, and I guess I didn't, and I manually paid it, and auto pay also came out. So we ended up paying $273.95, and our current balance is $1,978.99, and we lost $39.16 to interest. The interest is going to be kicking our butts this month because last month was like the last month of the cards, most of the cards being on 0%. So as you can see, like the interest went up over $30 on this $2,000 credit card balance. So our Chase number 2 card, we paid $255, and the current balance is $10,540.25, and we lost $149.82 to interest. Chase number 3, we paid $105, and the current balance is $9,401.57, and we lost $42.29 to interest. Our VyStar card, we paid $264. Our new balance is $11,918, and we didn't lose anything to interest. Bank of America, we paid $136. Our new balance is $13,427, and we didn't lose anything to interest. And then our joint card, we paid $136. Our new balance is $61,6437, and we lost $32.49 to interest. So let's see where we are with payments. $273.95, $255, $105, $264, $136, and $136 is $1169.95. Okay, our current balance is $1978, $10,540.25, $9401.57, $11,918, $13,427, and $61.64.37. $53,430.18 is our new balance. And for interest, we spent $263.76. Okay, so 54,336, 36 minus 53,430.18 means our balance went down $906.18 for the credit cards. All right, for my van, we paid my normal payment of $355. The current balance is $12,764.91, and $33.23 went to interest. For my husband's truck, we paid $576, and the current balance is $30,160, and we lost $136 to interest. And for my student loan, I did make my first payment back on my federal loans this month. I paid $150, and my new balance is $15,298.45. I think this was probably just wrong. It should have been like $15,438 or $15,300 something, because my new balance is $15,298, but I lost $101.43 to interest. So my balance couldn't have been that high. I must have miswrote it. I hadn't looked at it in a long time. So my current balance for my student loans is $15,298.45. So let's add that to our payments. $1,169.95 plus $355, $576, and $150. It's $2,250.95. Total current balance is $12,764.91, $31,160, and $15,298.45. $111,653.54, and $263.76, $33.23, $136, $101.43. Boy, those student loans, gotta love them. $534.42. Okay. All right, so the main thing we're doing here is tracking our credit card debt. So we're going to go ahead and color in my trackers now for each one of my credit cards, so we can see what the visual progress is for the month, even though we know the actual progress is $906.18. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little. Am I going to zoom out a little? Let me see. There. Okay. Pick a color, any color. My son took my highlighter, so I don't have that many to choose from, so we'll go with this gray color. All right, so our new balance for this card is $1,978. So that's 2 lines, right? $1,978. Yes. Okay, super. That accidental payment came in handy. I thought it was going to be detrimental to our budget for the month, but it ended up being okay, so I'm not too mad about it. Almost done with this bad booger. Okay, next is chase number 2. Let's see. We haven't made any progress on this since July, so $94.01.57. It's still so high. I'm never gonna get it down. I don't understand why there's such a big difference. Oh well, it is what it is. Moving on. Okay. All right, so this is chase number 3. Balance is $10,540. So I can't color a line on this one either. My VyStar card, the new balance is $11,918. So that means we can color 1 line. And then on VyStar number 2, this is VyStar and Bank of America. So 13,427 and 61,64.37 is 19,591. So no, can't color on that either. What a bummer. All right. So our new total for our credit cards is $53,430 and 18 cents. We started off with a balance of $77,224.84. So the difference is $23,794 we've paid in less than a year. So we're going to divide that by 772.25 because that's how much each one of these squares is worth. And that's 30.8 squares. So just going to start here at 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right. So one good old square. It's like the never-ending game of Candyland. Like, all right, guys, you know what they say, slow and steady wins the race. So we are getting there. I think this next month is my 1-year anniversary of paying off this debt. This was the start date 11/1. So after we make our payments for October, then the starting balance would be the November balance. So I think next month will be our 1 year. And like I said, we've already paid off over $23,000. So I'm really happy with the progress that we made this year. I don't know how the rest of the year is going to go because of some things that have happened with our finances. But I will update you guys on what is going on with our budget in an upcoming video. So that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys' support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.